Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you again for another album review, uh, like late this morning. And this is for Florida Georgia Line's new album, Life Rolls On, that I'm going to be reviewing. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, I know you guys know that I do not like Florida Georgia Line, but this album was crap. Like, probably even worse than Can't Say I Ain't Country. Even though that was really bad, this one's extremely bad. Uh, Long Live is the first song on the album, and didn't like it. I think it was bleh. Life Looks Good was just irritating to listen to. In my opinion, I don't really like this music duo group. Tyler Hubbard and Brian Kelly are the songwriters that started Florida Georgia Line back in 2010. So they've been around for a bit, but yeah, they're not good songwriters, to be honest with you. They come up with the most cheesiest lyrics they can come up with. There's one song on here called Beer 30 and Nude Truck as well. Adding on to the Beer 30 song. Those songs were complete horseshit. Cause it goes Beer 30, da 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 da, or whatever. And it sounds really horrible. It's just recycled lyrics, recycled melody. Tyler Hubbard and Brian Kelly make up the worst fucking song titles that they can come up with. So, yeah. These guys need to fucking give up, because they're not impressing me. But keep in mind, I know if some of you do like Florida Georgia Line, that's okay, but I don't. Hard to Get to Heaven was not a bad song, but not a great one. It was kind of disappointing. It was a step up better than the other songs that I heard off this. Interlude was actually not bad. That was a step up better, but didn't impress me as much because it leads into the next song, Ain't Worried About It. Ain't Worried About It, or however they pronounce it. They just come up with the most cheesiest titles for songs. Countryside. There was one song that I kind of joked around with for a moment because it needed to be criticized. It's called Life Looks Good. And I'm like, your music is fucking shit, or whatever. And I was joking around with it, and I was laughing and all that. I was like, oh my god, this is funny. And the lyrics were just such BS. I was just like, this is bullshit. This album is bullshit. And it's an album that needs to be criticized, because these guys are talentless. I'm not saying that it's... They always talk about their fucking trucks. They always talk about their beer and their women. And I'm like, okay, that's fine and all, but it's not impressing me. You need to come up with some new ideas for your songs. Or better yet, don't even try anymore. Because there's going to be some haters out there that are going to call you on your shit. And that's me particularly. Long Time Coming was not a good song. I know some people are going to hate me for this review, and they're going to be like, why'd you waste your time listening to this album when you don't even like them? That's a good point. I I don't know. I just was hoping this be a bit better, but I was afraid of this. I was afraid this was gonna suck, and I kind of knew it spot on that it was gonna suck because they are not my favorite country duo group that I listen to. Second guessing was disappointing. It wasn't bad, it just was a little disappointing. And the last song didn't do so bad. Life rolls on, but I'm not a fan of their sound. Um, and Eyes Closed was disappointing. The only songs that were really bad were Beer 30, New Truck. I Love My Country. And I'm like, ugh, this. I just don't know what else to say to Florida Georgia Line. They're just really disappointing me. And I just don't like them. And that's just my opinion. You can trash me however you want if you want to. Or if you do agree with me on some things I mentioned, then thank you for doing that. Unfortunately, overall, this is a bad album. This is not even worth downloading or listening to. I downloaded it because I needed to find the interlude song, but it's better to stream it on YouTube for now, for one time, if you're reviewing albums like this. And if you don't like it, just don't have anything to do with it. And yeah, I probably should have not reviewed this, but I did it anyway, probably just because of the views, just to see how people would react to it. So I know I might upset some hard time fans, all-time fans of Florida Georgia Line, and that's okay. If you don't like this video, that's okay. I'm not gonna hate you for it, but you kind of need to find someone better to listen to, like Rascal Flatts or whoever else, because they're better than this piece of garbage of a duo group. So for a score, I'm going to give this album, Life Rolls On by Florida Georgia Line, a 3 out of 10. It is bad. Bad. So it is not even worth listening to again. And it will be in my worst albums of 2021. Like it was with the last album, Can't Say I Ain't Country. It made it on the worst albums. And this was probably even worse than that. It was only like 43 minutes, so thank God it was a little shorter than the last one. But the last one was such bullshit. And this one is even more bullshit. So comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Florida Georgia Line Life Rolls On album, if you've heard it. And if you like this review that I made for you guys today, or late this morning, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for, I think I'm going to be doing a Robin Thicke album review either later tonight or tomorrow, because I haven't heard his music in a while, and I do like him as a R&B artist. It's just when he made that Blurred Lines song, that's where he got a lawsuit, and he lost that case because he didn't have the permission to make the song. So it kind of sucks that he didn't return to music after a while, because Paula was his last album, and after that he just didn't make any more music for quite a bit. So I'm gonna check that album out, and hopefully it's better than this piece of garbage of a duo country group. But these guys are terrible songwriters and come up with the most shittiest song titles I've ever encountered. But if you like them, that's okay. I'm not gonna judge you, but it probably would be better to just not listen to this group. That's just my advice. You can take it however you want. But I just don't like Florida Georgia Line. That's just my opinion. But I hope you enjoyed this album review. I know I kind of talked some shit, so I apologize if I stepped out of line for a bit in this video. Their music makes me want to pop a blood vessel. That's kind of how I feel when I listen to Florida Georgia Line. Like, I'll rant and rant, but it's probably not going to happen to where they're going to quit. They're going to be like, oh, fuck the haters. But, yeah. But thank you for watching this kind of long, dragged out album review for Florida Georgia Line. Life rolls on. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in my next video.